Hey George, John, West Coast Connects. Ronnie reached out to you today, wanted me to shoot over this free video, so I'll keep it short and sweet. Just want to give you a couple of tips to where you can get more customers online. The only thing I ask is that you leave me some feedback after you watch this, so whether that be via email, text, call, anything will suffice. I just would love to hear your thoughts. So, with that, I'll get started. So, my first tip obviously is to get a website. So, there are 2 trillion searches on Google every single year. And a lot of times, it used to be that people could stay afloat with uh, word of mouth and with Yelp and Yellow Pages and all those type of advertising, but it just doesn't work. It's not as effective anymore. Most people, instead of just asking their friends what's a good company or whatever, they'll just Google it. So, a lot of times, because information is so readily available at our fingertips, it just makes things a lot easier to check Google rather than try to call or text your friends. It's not as effective or time efficient. So, that would be my first tip. And when you do get a site up and running, I'm going to show you one of your competitor sites real fast. You want a site that looks good, obviously, but that has a ton of text. This one doesn't, but you want a lot of content, whether that be pictures, text, because you want specific keywords that you could target in order to get on top of those. Like if I was a consumer and I'm looking for an electrician in Fresno, I might Google search Fresno electrician. So if you're wanting to capture that traffic, you would want that in your text. So most typical home pages have somewhere between 1,000 and 1,500 words, and with those 1,000, 1,500 words, you can really maximize your keywords at about 10 to 15, and really that helps Google know, like, hey, this is a company that does this, so when people search that, it comes up. So really important. And then any photos that you have, you want those tagged as keywords as well. So this says wild van. You don't want wild van on your, because if Google thinks, hey, somebody put in wild van, like, you don't want to get searched for that. That's not going to help you. What you would want this saved as, maybe electrical company, Fresno, California, or whatever keywords you're trying to target. So jumping from there, this this is the second tip for you, is to target keywords that are low in keyword difficulty and high in volume. Volume is just the amount of searches that there are every month. So here you see electricians Fresno, California has a volume of 150 per month. Fresno electricians 150 per month. Their KD is different though, and you see keyword difficulty is how hard it is to rank on a scale from 0 to 100. So 0 being the easiest to rank in the top 10 and 100 being the hardest to rank. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of traffic with relatively uh, easy keyword difficulty. So you can, within a few months, you can definitely get to the first page and start getting some of that traffic. My and I'll show you some of, like, Wild Electric was a competitor of yours, or is a competitor of yours in Fresno. So I'll show you kind of what they're looking like, and their keywords that they're getting. So, but my last tip is, get a GMB up. This is not you. This is a company in Texas, but you see, it's really important to get a GMB, because when I search Fresno electricians, the first thing that pops up is any ads that might be running, and then it's straight into the map pack, straight into the top 3 GMBs or 4 GMBs. And why that's important that you're up there is a lot of people won't scroll, especially the younger generation. I mean, they don't really do much searching. It's more what's readily available that I can click on first. So they'll probably go to Able Electric first, and then they'll go to Wild Electric just because Able's up there. So it's really important to get a GMB up and running and then optimized. Get a lot of reviews, a lot of 5-star reviews. That's one of Google's rankings. Get pictures uploaded with the keywords that saved as those keywords that we were talking about with your homepage or with your website. And then citations are a big thing too. How often this is out on the web, and you can go to a bunch of different sites and get them listed like Yelp and stuff like that. You'd want that information out there. So those are the three things that the three fat ranking factors that uh, Google uses for their GMBs. So really important to get that up. So those were the three things, but let me show you a couple things within this keyword research in the so Fresno electricians had 150 hits per month and low keyword difficulty. And actually the only company ranking on the first page is Wild Electric. Other than that, it's just, directories like Yelp and Better Business Bureau, Thumbtack, Angie's List, so stuff that aren't really related to websites. And then here's their site. So let me explain this to you. So this is the strength of a website. It goes from a scale of 0 to 100, 100 being the strongest, 0 being the weakest. And what you want here is you want as high a number as you can get, and you really want a 1-to-1 ratio if possible. So right there, this is a 14, this is a 1. It's not as effective as it could be. These are referring domains is the amount of websites out there that are linking back to your page, and they have 97 links linking back to their website. They're ranking in the top 100 in 158 keywords, and they're getting 128 hits per month off of it. And if this traffic value is how much money I would have to spend on Google to equate that traffic value. So I'd have to spend almost $200 a month just to get the same amount of traffic value. So, and then you see their ranking at Fresno Electrician. I mean, just with Electrician Fresno and Fresno, California, I mean, they're getting 13 hits a month just on those two, and they're not ranking very high. So there's definitely traffic out there. There's definitely things that you can do to start garnishing some of that traffic and get some of those customers. I mean, like I said, there was 960, 960 searches a month for electricians in that area. So the traffic is there. You just have to go out and reach for it and grab it. So if this is something you're interested in, if you want to get started to get a website going and try to take control of your competitors, please reach out. My contact information is in the email. Even if you're not interested, I would love to get your feedback, like I said in the beginning. So thank you. Have a great day, and God bless.